How'd you like to join me in doing a great thing? That's right, 1,000 before Thanksgiving. I'm trying to sell 1,000 copies of my books before Thanksgiving and take the proceeds from each book sold and donate those to local charities that help families in need for the holiday season. Go to www.columbuscody.com to grab your book or books, or if you don't need a book, just make a donation. Help me help others. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Living the Life show. Happy Friday, everybody. It's time for your verse of the day. All right, so today's verse of the day comes from the book of, or the Gospel of Mark chapter 8, verse 35. And this verse is one that really does challenge the heart. It really does make you think. It really does make you really look within, do a great self-assessment. All right, check out what it says. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. Now, many years ago, my pastor said something in a sermon that has always stuck with me. I've never forgotten it. He said that many will live for a lie, but not many will die for it. And what he meant by that was when you know something to be truth, you will give your whole self to it, even if it costs you your very life. But when you still have questions or you still have doubts about something, you don't know if it's all the way right, you're going to have a lot more reservations as it relates to giving your whole self to it. So I thought about how in April of 1999, April 20th, 1999, two high school seniors went into their building and they shot up the building. And they killed 12 students and they killed one teacher. One of those students, as they put the gun to her head and they said to her, "Are you a Christian?" She had the moment right there. She could have denied Christ and said, just like Peter, we still honor Peter. We still love Peter. And he denied Christ 3 times. She could have, in that moment of fear for her life, denied Christ and tried to save her life. But she opened her mouth and she says, "Yes, I believe." And when she said, "Yes, I believe," the 2 young boys took her life instantly in that moment. We still talk about her all these years later because her faith was an inspiration to all of us to never, ever throw away your faith, even if it cost you your life. Even if it costs you everything, you have to be willing to, as the Bible says, if you try to save your life, you will lose it. If you look at the verse right after that, it's powerful. Jesus asked them a very important question. I'm going to ask you this question as well. He says, "What profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?" What good is it for you to have everything and have everyone's approval if your soul is going to be eternally separated from God? You would much rather please God and displease man than to please man and displease God. You don't want to come to the end of your days and hear Jesus say to you, "Depart from me." You want to hear 2 words: well done. Well done. You had a chance to deny me. You did not do it. You stood with me, even though it cost you your life. Because think about this. Many of us, again, will throw away our faith or throw our faith to the side for the most simplest things. We will throw away our blessing. We'll throw away our birthright, our inheritance for the sake of having instant gratification or having what the world has to offer for us. If you think about Jacob and Esau, Esau gave up his birthright. Esau gave up his greatest blessing for a pot of stew, a bowl of stew. And we read that story and we go, wow, I can't believe he would do that. But then let's look at us. Let's look deep within us. What are we sacrificing for what the world has to offer? What are we seeking to gain in spite of how it might affect our soul? Are we chasing fame? Are we chasing fortune? Or are we chasing God? Are we chasing after him? Because if you chase after him, it might cost you your very life. It's definitely going to cost you something. It's going to cost you friends. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you pain. It's going to cost you persecution. But it could very well cost you your life. And Jesus says here, this is the formula or the way that you can overcome the fear of death. Because he says to us, if you lay down your life, if you lose your life for the sake of the gospel, then you shall gain. And what you gain is eternal connection with God, eternity with Christ. And to me, I think that's a good trade-off. Nay, that's a great trade-off. And that is your verse of the day. Now, I pray that you have watched every video this week. And if you haven't, go back and watch them. They will bless you. They will encourage you. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, please take a moment. Do it right now. Don't wait, because you may forget later. I'll wait. Okay, you're done. Hit the bell. Don't forget to hit the bell, because if you don't want to miss a future video, we have a lot of great things coming this Sunday. You don't want to miss it. I had an opportunity to interview a great man of God, a man who understands nutrition, understands how the human body works. And he's going to share with us through this interview how to increase, especially for men over 50, but it will benefit everyone who watches or listens to the podcast, how to build up a body, not just physically, but how to build up your spiritual muscles as well. So you don't want to miss that. Now, before you leave me, you know what I need you to do. Watch it, share it, and live it. God bless you guys. Let's get busy living the life.